This is 100 Days on a Plane in the Natural Disasters Apocalypse. I ended up in a world where natural disasters constantly take place. Tornadoes, tsunamis, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and much more. Our home is an abandoned airport, which we can improve to defend ourselves against this apocalypse. We'll be able to assemble and repair planes as well as fly them. Abandoned airfields are scattered all over the map, between which I can travel and explore new locations, and sometimes even very scary ones. I am Zeman. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, do it right now. Well, let's go. Day 1. I showed up in an abandoned airport that was now my new home. On this territory, at least there was a runway, as well as a hangar, a main building, and a control room. To begin with, I was going to study all of these structures. Where am I? Look, there's some weird monsters already. And there's a plane, look, and some kind of message. Wow. Let's try to get to the plane first. I see an abandoned hangar. To open the hangar, you need 32 iron, 1 diamond, and some other weird English word. For this survival, a special mod was written that allows me to add many new features. For example, the same hangar. We cannot go inside it until we collect the necessary resources for its opening, since the hangar itself is located behind barrier blocks. There are many activities throughout the airport. We can either open doors or some abilities that can help us fight against the elements as well as monsters. And we can activate some activities at our airport only by the end of survival. Oh my god! Hello, sir! Okay, I gotta run! Having discovered new places as well as some new mobs, I finally began to get wood to make my first crafting table in this survival. Okay guys, I like this. You definitely won't touch me. Wait, is that an Enderman? What is that? What world did I end up in? Having quickly obtained wood, I made myself a workbench as well as a pickaxe. I began to mine cobblestone and decided to get resources for the first tools. And then I returned back to the airport. Okay, 3 weird mutants of some kind. Pow, pow, nice. After dealing with the monsters, I decided to go explore the main building of the airport in the hope of finding some food. Yeah, the airport looks a bit creepy to be honest. Okay, there's a torch, great. It's so overgrown. I'll have to clean everything here. So, what is that there? Mysterious cellar. To open the cellar, you need 15 ancient debris and a voodoo doll. What's that all about? I'm so curious. Yes, the airport was very dark and scary, but I didn't see monsters in it. But on the contrary, I quickly found useful loot in the boxes. For example, some food, as well as parts of the plane. Another chest? Demonic hoe? Diamond hoe on the first day of survival? There's a waiting room here where people were waiting for their flight. So, how do I get there? Oh, come on! The whole airport was a bit like a maze. I found a gap that led to the second floor of some airport hotel, and through it, I could easily get into the second part of the building. After looting a couple rooms, I even found iron, and most importantly, some food. I was very happy. Look, some kind of seed and another engine. The skeleton over here does look a bit scary. Closed room. To open the room, you need a crowbar. I definitely haven't explored all the places in this seemingly small airport, so I really think that the airport can be explored to the very end of survival. Another box, cookies, redstone, something else, and 3 wheels. I think that's for the plane too. Oh wait, I'm gonna sneeze. I won't sneeze. The first day was coming to an end. I decided to spend the night in one of the living rooms. There was even a bed there. Day number 2. Today, I wanted to continue exploring the airport and everything around it. And on this day, I was in for a big surprise. New day. First of all, let's plant a tree over here. Bums. Oh my god, what is that? Oh, whoa. Yeah, I had to be really careful because one more blow and survival would have ended right now. After looting the building, I found a revolver and some ammo, but when I got outside, the monster was already gone. So, look, there's some kind of radio tower here. Oh, this is the control room. To open it, you need to find the key to the control room. Understood. I guess I can't go in here. After dealing with the monster that attacked me, I looked around and saw something frightening. It was at the end of the runway. This is the Red Abyss. These biomes will appear throughout the survival near our airport, and not only. The more chunks around these biomes there are, the more monsters will spawn. My team didn't tell me if I could somehow destroy these biomes, so I'll have to find the answer by myself. And apparently, this abyss had some kind of cave, and I'm really scared to go in there. Well, if we don't know what it is, we'll just run away. So I went to go get some wood. Today is the second day, and I had to make the frame of my first house. I didn't particularly want to live in the airport because there are different scary things happening and all. And plus, I don't know what this airport is capable of. But besides the abyss, there was something else about that day that made me really tense. Suddenly, it started to rain and strange clouds began to appear in the sky. Wait, what is it? Look at that! Okay, I realize that it's raining now and a very strong wind has started. I really hope that a hurricane doesn't form here now because everything looks really scary. Despite the weather conditions, I still began to make the frame of my house and everything seemed to be fine at first until suddenly the first tornadoes began forming in the sky. And this is where it gets really scary. Wait! A really huge hurricane is actually forming! I really hope this is gonna be over soon. And here it is, the highlight of the survival. We are all powerless in the face of the elements, and if a hurricane suddenly formed, nothing would be left of my house. But fortunately, this did not happen today. The rain ended, by the way, although there was still a strong wind. Some monster came to visit my house, which I dealt with. And the day came to an end. The third day. And today it was sunny, and the strong wind has stopped. The plan was to finish my first house today, so the first thing I did was to go get some sand to make some glass. I don't really need much sand, so I think a stack is enough. On the way home, I noticed a tower which I decided to loot. I really hoped there would be some food. And yes, I was very lucky. In this tower, I was able to find food. And it was very tasty. Another chest! Oh, food! Dodo pizza! Let's go! The day was coming to an end, so I decided to return home. I had to start cooking the sand so that tomorrow I'll be able to get some glass and finish my house. The entirety of day 4, I was busy with the house, making windows, the roof. In general, I tried to finish it to the maximum today, but I wasn't able to do that. I think the house was already looking pretty nice. The main task I made myself today is to open the same hangar. And to do that, I need to mine a lot of resources in a cave. So on day 5, I prepared as much as possible and went to look for the nearest cave. It turns out that the caves in this world are pretty unusual. They're kind of like tunnels, which was quite weird. But I was able to get a lot of resources there. Emeralds! Oh my god! Jesus, look how deep we can still go. Oh, a diamond! Let's go! I found diamonds! I wonder if it's only one. One diamond? Seriously? As a result, I mined a lot of resources and it made me very happy. I spent the entire day in the cave. Day 6 was pretty full of events. So, today I gathered everything I need to open this abandoned hangar right here. So, what do I need to do? Just lick it or something? Oh! Look, they left me this key. All these items were taken away from me and the barriers are gone now. Awesome! Wow, now look at this thing. This is actually a real plane. It even says Zeman over here. Oh my god. To begin with, I think we need to tidy up a little. Hooray! We unlocked the first lock in this survival. Now I can safely move around and break blocks in this hangar without any restrictions. As you can see, the first thing I wanted to do is to tidy up a little bit because everything was very overgrown. Okay guys, I cleaned up to the best of my abilities. Here of course there's still a lot to work on, but I think I restored most of it. At one point I remembered that I was collecting parts for the aircraft, and it turns out that I can assemble it. Why not try? Okay, I think I can place the chair here. Oh, I placed it! I can add 2 more. 1, 2, and... Wait, hold on. Awesome, I have 3 chairs now. But what's the point if I'm alone in this survival? So, of course, I need to put the plane on its wheels. Oh! Second is ready. Third is ready. Now that's more like it. So we have 2 engines that would need to be placed here and here. That's it. We assembled the plane, I think. I wouldn't be Zeman if I hadn't tried to make a test flight in the evening. Having dealt with the control panel for a while, I finally figured out how to turn on the engines, and I began taxiing to the runway. Alright, I just need to turn on the lane and give it full power. Okay, like the vid so I can do it. Come on, right now I just need to take off. Just to take off. Wait, oh my god. Oh my god. I'm flying! Guys, we took off, I'm flying! Wow, look at how beautiful it is up here! We climbed above the clouds, look! That was incredible! The first flight on a plane in Minecraft survival of the 100 days in a natural disasters apocalypse. So friends, right now, all I need to do is land the plane. Okay, let's drop the speed. I can already see the lane. Let's land, let's land! Everything, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down! Slow down! Oh, we landed! Oh, let's turn off the engines. Day 7. Today, I decided to go on a short trip to the observatory, which was clearly visible from my base. I've been wanting to go to this observatory for quite some time now, but there was no time. Just in case, I made myself a sword, a shield, and also a helmet. And I already see a monster that wants to attack me right now. I can feel it. Look, it's pretending to be flying nearby. I see you, dude. These flying monsters are actually really sly. As soon as I turned away, they immediately attacked me. But I was smarter. So, next to the bushes, I can already see the first monster. So, let's try not to waste ammo. I hope he must have a sword. Okay, I'll try to kill him with my sword. Oh my god! Jesus, oh my god! I see another one. So, is that it? So, first I'll just clear everything here out of these monsters, then I'll loot it. So, what is this place? Okay. Done. I dealt with the monsters pretty quickly. I broke their nests because they're most likely in the form of spawners or something, and began to explore the chest in search of useful loot. Wow, look at this! Is this some kind of cat face mask? Oh wow! Firstly, it protects me much more than an iron helmet, and secondly, I have this second strip of armor over here. Oh, and also there's a rifle. Nice! Now that's what I'm talking about. I also found another voodoo doll and some food. As far as I remember, this doll must be used to open the same door at the airport. I'll have to check it out later. After testing my rifle, I continued to explore the boxes all the way to the first floor. The interesting thing was that I found two very important notes that you absolutely need to hear. Also, on the ground floor, I found a cool device. It shot webs, and with the help of it, it was possible to slow down absolutely any monster. So look, the books are in order here. Let's read this one first. Day 1. There's an increase in solar activity today. Looks like there'll be a magnetic storm soon. This can lead to serious climate consequences. And the second note? Day 21. The magnetic storm, contrary to expectations, only intensifies. Looks like our world is about to change. A storm greatly affects the Earth's magnetic field. The asteroid was also observed to deviate from its predicted path. It is likely to fall on our planet. Oh my god, what kind of plot is this? Just on day 7, we learned some clues about this world. Because until that moment, I didn't know at all what is happening here. In addition to the fact that natural disasters await me, we still have a plane and our own airport. Now, the history of this world is much more understandable. Let's continue exploring to find new nodes. There was quite a dense forest in this area, which was very good because there are very few trees near the airport. I decided why not get some wood, but suddenly from afar I saw trees that were without any leaves, and what I saw sparked my curiosity. Look, it's some kind of funnel. I see some purple blocks there. Wait, what is this on top? Huh? What is that? Whoa, 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 web shooter, go! I locked myself up. How do I get out? Yeah, in the elemental apocalypse, I have to fight with a minotaur. It was pretty funny, albeit pretty scary. About 5 minutes was enough for me to overcome this minotaur, given that he was constantly regenerating and throwing all sorts of effects at me. Woo! Kittens win! In the middle of the crater, I found a chest containing two interesting items. The first one were these super awesome and beautiful fashionable glasses, and some strange shard that I also took. Oh, they suit me quite well, I think. That's a pretty interesting style. It was getting dark, so it was time to head home. The 8th day, and today we will face the first natural disaster, a tornado. In the morning, I was finishing the roof of my house when suddenly I heard very strange sounds. That was it. Oh my god, what is that? This is a real tornado. Oh my god. And instead of standing on the sidelines and hoping that this would not hit my house, for some reason I became curious and I decided to go closer to this tornado. Thus, I was lifted into the air. This was my biggest mistake. I had no idea how powerful this thing is, and getting out of this tornado is almost impossible. That's it! I'm stuck in a tree, and the main thing is that— No! Basically, for about 5 minutes, I was spinning in this tornado, but I had to get out of it. From the air, I noticed the building and I realized that was my chance. Okay, I just need to hide in this building. I'll just dig down. No. Oh my god, I'm alive. Wow, the hurricane has stopped. I need to go to the top. Oh my god, all the leaves are gone. I feel like this is the lightest natural disaster we could ever experience in this survival. The next one will be even tougher. I didn't loot the building itself and went straight home. The consequences of the tornado, of course, were striking, but at least my house wasn't affected by it. Day 9, and basically my house was ready. Today, I wanted to equip it inside. I made some storage, a separate kitchen, a bedroom, and overall just furnish up the house a little bit. When I finished, I decided to fly my plane for a bit in the morning, because in this survival I had only flown it once so far. Day number 10 has come, which means that a new fault has appeared near us. Now even more monsters will spawn around me. Day 13, my team said that the control room was a very important building, but I didn't realize it until I opened it, and it happened in a completely ridiculous way. Until a certain moment, I thought there was only one airport on the map, which is mine, but I was completely wrong. On the morning of day 13, while returning home, I found quite a lot of wheat seeds and an anvil near the car. And on the way, I just decided to pass by the control room. It turned out that this whole time, the key to the control room was right under my nose near the entrance. Without even thinking, I took the key and of course opened the door. So yeah, okay, seriously? This place is just a tiny bit overgrown here. I love these glasses so much, I can't. Climbing up to the so-called second floor of the control room, I found a golden apple, a brick, and book and quill. 28th of October. Something strange is happening in the world. Right when my plane took off, an earthquake happened. Where could it possibly come from? Well, of course it's pretty clear. I'm surviving in this apocalyptic Minecraft world. Pretty much anything can happen here. But that wasn't the most interesting part. When I went to the third floor, I found an unremarkable lever, which I of course pulled. I didn't immediately noticed, but a waypoint appeared on my screen, and it said the airport in the mountains. How long did my team work on this map? There's so much going on here, wow. So now I have an anvil, which is just great news, so that we can repair our tools and everything, but I accidentally placed it here. Well, I'll just keep it there. But I wasn't planning to rush to a different airport straight away. On day 14, my first task was to make a wheat farm. Well friends, the very day has come when we'll finally make a farm with you. I should have built it quite a long time ago because I barely have any food. Like, what do I have right now? 2 cookies? Good thing I have a hoe. Using it, I can finally dig everything up here. At the end of the day, I planted all the wheat seeds I had. On the morning of day 14, it was quite windy and it was even raining. But this in no way stopped me from flying to explore the second airport. Just a few minutes later, I was already taking off from the runway. To be honest, I must admit that in real life, I'm quite afraid of flying on airplanes. But I still do it. But in Minecraft, I'm not scared at all. But on the other hand, it is very beautiful, especially with shaders. Wow, look! This seems to be our airport. It's so small, by the way. The airport is in the mountains. It looks so awesome. There's a path under it. So, okay, right now I'll try to land this plane. But this trip is quite short, but I think I should be able to land. Actually, landing a plane in Minecraft is much more difficult than it seems at first glance. Right now, what you see on screen is just an airplane. But at this moment, I'm clicking 8 different buttons at the same time. The landing was successful, despite the fact that from stress, I was pressing all the buttons at the same time. The most important thing is that we stopped and the plane is intact. Look, we finally got to this airport. Hey guys, I think you're lost. I just came to visit, not to attack you. I just gotta make sure not to hit the plane. Oh my god, be careful, you were probably scared. Before I was thinking my plane is my best friend, I had to quickly loot this airport. The main building was small and it was really different from the one we have in our base. But despite this, I found a really cool rare item here. And I think there's not a single chest. Oh, I found one. Oh my god, an assault rifle and a crowbar. And by the way, I think I need a crowbar for something, like to open a door of some kind. I was also super happy that the control room didn't have to be unlocked. You just come in and that's it. The only thing is that there were some weird crabs that kept bothering me, but I quickly dealt with them. In the control room itself, I found a box which contained a helmet, ammo, and some food. From the control room, I noticed some kind of path that led somewhere deep into the forest. So I decided to go there right away. We came here to study and explore everything, so might as well just go there. Along the way, I found some kind of construction site inside the forest. I can actually already see a box from down here. I'm quite curious what might be in it, so I really hope I won't run into any sort of trouble here. There is very little oxygen here, almost like I'm on the Mountain Everest. Okay, I think I got it. There used to be a construction site over here, but the investors broke off and it couldn't be completed. They only left us some boxes over here. In the first box, I found a golden apple, and I tried to climb up for quite a long time because I forgot to take any blocks with me. But it turned out that you can climb the walls of the construction site. Look, I'm just above the clouds. But I'm not gonna say I found good loot, just a hammer and clay. Yeah, that's it. The sun was already going down, and I realized that I had to return home as soon as possible so I wouldn't have to fly at night and not stumble upon all sorts of different monsters. But most of all, I was worried if the runway was long enough for me to take off. Come on, don't let me down! Take off! Come on! Woo! Yes! But I think it was meant to be though. On the next day, first thing I did is to get some wood because my supplies were already running out. And I had an idea to build and expand my base. But that day was not so calm. Because at one moment, my screen just started shaking. My whole screen is shaking and there's this weird sounds. Oh my god, it looks like an earthquake. Okay, it's gone now. Yeah, it was strange, but I wasn't too worried about this. There is so much going on in this world, but when I returned home the same day in the evening, here I went nuts. What is this? What kind of ravine is that? These 100 days are one of the most filled with a number of events that take place in our world. It feels like it has its own life. Apparently, there was an earthquake, and a rift appeared not only at my base, they appeared all over the map. If such things happen already on the 15th day, what will happen next? But of course, I won't just get away from it. This mod can generate completely random events, from tornadoes and tsunamis to the appearance of volcanoes in the most random places, which happened today on day 16. A real volcano appeared not far from my base. Why is there a volcano here? First a tornado, then an earthquake, now a volcano. To be honest, from so many events, you can easily go crazy. The first thing I decided to do was to fly around it on my plane, since I didn't want to come close to it by foot. So guys, I decided to go up right now on my plane, because just look at this. Wait, I think it's even throwing fireballs. This is a complete elemental apocalypse. The first thing that made this survival different from others is that for now, I can't influence it at all. When the volcano finishes erupting, then it will end. It cannot be dismantled or stopped. The same applies to tsunamis, earthquakes, and other natural disasters. Perhaps in the future I'll find a way to influence this, but definitely not for now. Day 17. It seems like the volcano calmed down and stopped scattering its lava everywhere. And in the meantime, I devoted the whole day to my home. I really wanted to improve it. The point was simple. I wanted to make my house divided into two parts, and in the middle there will be a farm, perhaps even a multi-story one in the future. It turned out pretty cool. I decided to go to a cave, and while I was looking for the entrance, I ran through a huge amount of craters caused by the earthquake. I spent the whole day in the cave. It was simply necessary. In addition, I found a mine shaft where I found, attention, watermelon seeds. It was just great news. When I got home the next day, I immediately decided to make a farm, a watermelon farm. We have developed so much. Of course, we left the airport completely overgrown and unexplored, but still, on day 20, I decided to go explore something that had been bothering me for a very long time. Ever since the beginning of survival, something told me that there was something in there. My team definitely made some kind of dungeon there, and now I'm gonna go check it out. To be honest, I was already curious from day 1 what might be in there. I mean, there wouldn't have been a torn piece of land just for nothing. Oh look, it's just Netherrack. This is just normal Netherrack. And here we have some unusual monsters though. At first glance, when I entered the cave, there was nothing out of the ordinary. So look, there's these mutants over here. After I finally crafted my own iron armor, these monsters are not as dangerous as they used to be. At the beginning of survival, yeah, but right now, it's pretty easy. But at this point, I was pretty nervous. The first thing I saw is a hole with lava at the bottom, and a boss bar appeared at the top of my screen. And that didn't mean anything good. Look at that, oh my god. As soon as I went down, I immediately stumbled upon some kind of magic knight, which simply didn't let me do any damage to him. After fighting him for about 5 minutes, I won and decided to keep looking around. Okay, I think there's some parkour over here. So they really want to make me jump? Okay, I'm jumping! And this of course is fun, but we had to be careful, because these monsters were everywhere, and they could just throw us into the lava, and this would be the end of survival. So with a keen eye, I calmly completed the parkour, but a new problem appeared. There was absolutely nothing around. I went through this whole cave and found absolutely nothing. Then I thought about how my builders would hide something, and I realized that the skull in the middle is really the best for hiding loot. Look, there's some kind of smoke coming out of the blocks. I mean, I know my team. It was easy to guess that they would hide the chest somewhere over here. So what's in here? A fire starter, 2 golden apples, some super armor, an enchanted book, and a book and quill. So let's try on the armor. Okay, not bad. Fire starter, how does this thing even work? Does it even work at all? I'll check later. Hi Zeman, you still dare to come down here. So for this, you'll receive a hint. You already had to deal with cataclysms, but you didn't fight them in any way. Did you think it's impossible? In this survival, you can still fight the elements. But to find out how, you must explore the world and find the solution yourself, your team. It seems like something was explained to me, and also like nothing was explained. This is purely in the spirit of my team. In the morning, I saw that my watermelons were ripe, and I of course ran to collect them. Though the wheat isn't already ready yet, so I'll pick it up in a few days. Friends, we have a new day. I remembered that I found a crowbar, and with the help of it, I can open something. Wait, was that just lightning? Did you see that? Okay, whatever. With the help of it, I can open something at our airport. Right now, let's go there and at the same time remember that. Here it is, the closed room. To open the room, you need a crowbar. Oh, easy. Okay, nice. So what do we have here? Wow, look, there's another door. Door leading somewhere. Nobody knows how to open it. Brilliant. Nice. And almost immediately, I realized that this is a portal to the Nether. Having collected the Netherwort and looted the chest, where there was a cool axe, I immediately went to look for obsidian. Before that, I made myself a diamond pickaxe. Good thing I went to the cave the other day. The consequences of the volcano left a huge amount of obsidian on the surface. Moreover, sometimes the obsidian even came with diamonds. I collected some obsidian, returned, and activated the portal. Okay, let's light the portal. Woohoo! Okay, nice. Let's see what I can find there. And to be honest, there's nothing special. Just some new blocks, but no apocalyptic buildings or any other dungeons. I collected some bright netherrack and decided to head back home. 22nd day. And today, I decided to clean up the part of the airport where the portal is. All day, I cleaned the leaves, and at night, I made a beautiful descent to our portal. It turned out very cool. 23rd day. I'm 100% sure that there's a lot of places where I could get lost and find some interesting things there. I couldn't think of a better way to get up in a plane and fly around all the surroundings. And it worked. I found at least a few locations. After landing, I immediately went towards the first ones to loot them. The first place was an abandoned university. I quickly looted it and moved on. I found a lot of interesting resources there. So, I think this is some kind of abandoned university. After that, I got to some botanical garden, which looked very nice. But there were some issues with loot though. This is so interesting. Look, there's so many plants growing here. Most importantly, I'll take the sugarcane. And look at this huge water lily. Wow. Yes, the only useful item here was the sugarcane. But it's good because I wanted to make an enchanting table in the near future. I took all the sugarcane and decided to go home because it was getting late. It's day 24 and look at our massive harvest. Look, all the wheat is ripe. Let's get it today! So much food! Who loves to eat? Zeman loves to eat! There was also another secret road leading somewhere, and I never walked along it. So, I found a new location. It was a shelter. Oh, someone's barking. Oh, I understand. This is a shelter. Doggy, I want to tame you. Okay, I need to go get a bone. I think there might be one here. And yes, I managed to find some bones here. Let's tame our dog. Let's be friends. Look, I have bones. Come on, get tamed. Let's go, guys. I'm gonna name you Artom. Tomich, let's go. Your new home is waiting for you. On day 25, I went to explore the map a little bit more. The only place where I could land besides my own airport was an airport in the mountains. I immediately flew there. By the way, I didn't notice this last time, but there's another plane here that I can activate. This requires 10 gold ingots, 30 iron ingots, and a pumping mechanism. Wait, I think I have it. I'll give it a try later. And just imagine, I'll have one more plane. And this one is green. Okay, I think I'm gonna walk along this path here. Well, it must lead to something. It shouldn't just exist here for no reason. Look, there's some buildings over there. Something tells me that there's a city here. I was looting this abandoned sunken city for the rest of the day. But in the evening, I decided to go back home. But then I didn't know that having come to the city, I activated a new natural disaster, a giant tsunami. If you don't want to miss the next episode with the giant tsunami, make sure to subscribe to the channel. See you later, bye!